And now the Nolan sisters are in the mood for doing it all over again. The lovely Nolan sisters on hitting the road for their farewell tour. Also on... Are you struggling to sleep at night? Well, you're not... Yeah, well, that's what we all do, don't we? You're not alone. Major British study has found that more than half of adults are unable to get a good night's rest. And it's not just a modern complaint. The Victorians had the same problem. But their solutions were very different. Joining me now is Director of the Sleep Research Centre, Professor Jim Horn, who's trying to put to sleep Linda Nolan. So, the causes of insomnia are what?
Well, they've always been with us, I'm afraid. Mostly is anxiety, taking your problems of life and to bed with you and lying there, tossing and turning, and it's been with us for time immemorial.
Do you have a problem, Linda, getting off?
I do, actually.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Stay tuned, this could change your life.
Fabulous. Can't wait. You're jumping in beside me.
I tell you what, if I did, you'd be off in no time at all. Never fails for the wife. Anyway. Oh, I hope she's not watching. She'll say you're right. Anyway, Jim, so it's happened all the time. There were various cures in Victorian times that they tried then, presumably. And at the Sleep Institute, you're still trying to work out what will get us off, if you pardon the expression.
Yes, so sleep is very much of a mystery. And I think today people want to try and get 8 hours sleep a night, but in the Victorian times, most people would wake up after about 3 hours and potter around. And the word insomnia has only been actually in the English language about 100 years. They used to call it sleeplessness and used to get on with it.
So we used to sleep more than we do. We used to sleep in 2 sessions rather than 1.
Yes. It's quite typical. 150 years ago, people used to go to sleep for about 4 or 5 hours and get up and maybe say the prayers, potter around, check the house is still safe, and maybe have something to eat and then go back to bed again.
Have you ever thought of dividing it in 2 and sleeping?
Well, I have, but rather than go around saying my prayers and having something to eat, I have a gin.
Oh.
Helps me sleep.
Well, let's look at what the Victorians did. We've got here lettuce. What did they do with lettuce? Now, I remember Benjamin Bunny, if you do, it is said that the effect of eating too much lettuce is soporific. Sends you to sleep.
That's right. It does contain something that makes you go to sleep, but you need an awful lot of lettuce. The Victorians had an extract of lettuce. You need about 20 lettuces, I'm afraid.
20? Oh, that's your first one
20
there.
lettuces.
Yeah. Get niddling, love. I'll bring the other 19
I
in
was
a minute.
rabbit.
Extract of 20 lettuces, anyway.
Right. So, 20 lettuces, that'll send you off. Boredom, if nothing else. Now, you've got your sort of wet bandage. What do I do with that?
Well, it's the... The Victorians used to think that insomnia is having to do with the heart, and because you had your pulse here, you used to think that if you got a wet rag and wrapped it around your wrist, somehow that helped you sleep.
OK.
Thank you.
Well,
it's working.
Is it working? Are you feeling yourself going on?
Yeah.
Right, we got magnets here. You didn't know it was going to be so simple, did you? Magnets?
Well, Victorians were very keen on magnetism, lodestones. This is iron ore, and Charles Dickens, for example, used to take a compass to bed with him and actually align himself north-south. And mesmerism and hypnosis was very popular in those days.
Where do you put them?
Oh, well, yeah, I think you put them under your pillow.
Careful.
Yes. So animal magnetism was thought to be something that helps you actually go to sleep, and magnets have something to do with it.
Under the pillow?
Oh, yes.
There you go. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Bar of soap?
Now, this is the most strangest thing going, actually. They used to... It's something called yellow soap, and you used to sort of take it and mix it into your hair, into a horrible gooey mass.
Suddenly the lettuce seems more attractive, doesn't it?
In a whole gooey mass, you wrap your head with a towel and then go to sleep. And
did they
wash
work,
off next day.
It works.
I think it's the...
Probably
not.
That was then, but this is now. So to tell us about the modern cures and see if they work on Coleen Nolan, please welcome from the Gadget Show, Pollyanna Woodward. Pollyanna, welcome to it.
Thank you, Alan.
So we've got all kinds of gadgets and gizmos here. We've got, what's this? It looks like a watch.
We have. That's the DreamMate sleep aid. What that actually does is it uses micro-massage. In fact, if we pop it on Colleen's wrist right there, it uses micro-massage to actually help with acupressure points on the wrist. And it's supposed to massage very slightly, micro-vibrations, and therefore help send you to sleep.
And put battery in it.
It's micro-vibrations.
I didn't trust you with a battery and my vibrating watch, so I thought I'd leave that out. But it's supposed to work with micro-vibrations and help you relax with your kind of Chinese medicine and acupressure points and kind of chill out. However, it is quite vigorous massaging that you get
Is
there.
it?
The next one's this.
Pillow?
It's very cool. It's the Sound Asleep pillow.
It's driving me nuts.
Is it really?
Is it?
Can you hear
Is that the song?
Hear it?
So there's
give you
music
a
coming
different
through your
song.
pillow?
Music coming
There
through
is.
the pillow.
You can attach an MP3 player as long as it's got a 3mm jack, and there's
Yeah.
a speaker just in the centre of the
You
pillow.
see,
so
that's
can't
my
sleep.
problem. I haven't got a 3mm jack.
I'm sure that could
Yeah,
be
they're
sorted.
probably playing the Stones rather than Mozart. Right.
OK, well, if you don't have your 3mm jack, I don't know whether or not you're going to be able to use those. They're your bed
They go over your
phones.
ear.
They do.
Bed phones?
Yeah, they're
Try bed
flatter.
phone.
So if you're going to be lying down, instead of having something awkward that's in the ear canal and it's not very comfortable, they've actually made them very low profile so that you can sleep with them.
Words that are not normally associated with Coleen Nolan, low profile.
No, we won't give those a
Or
miss.
small ears, obviously, because they don't fit.
You
They don't, do they?
Right, what?
Oh, hello.
And in fact, take a look at this one. This is called the light sleeper. Now,
right.
what that does is it
going
emits
around.
a light onto the ceiling, so you need to have all of your lights off in your room.
Yeah.
It needs to be dark, and there'll be a light on the ceiling
I
that
like
you
that.
follow with your eyes.
I like that.
So it actually helps your mind
So
relax.
it's sort of hypnotising.
Yes,
it's like
nice.
that kind of thing.
Exactly,
Wonderful,
yeah. And you can
yeah.
pop it on a timer, so it lasts maybe 30 minutes, something like that, for enough time for you to fall to sleep.
What's this?
I'm desperate
not
to see
putting that
Coleen
on.
with that on.
You're not putting that... You might have to do this, Pollyanna.
Do you know what? I don't mind doing this. This is a new invention called the ostrich pillow. This is brand new. There's only a couple of these in the UK, and it's to create a sleeping environment anywhere.
Yes.
So, you pop it on your head, like so, and then if you're at a desk, you can put your hands in like that and sleep. You're right.
Does it work?
It definitely does if you do it there.
Oh, sorry. Well, can you imagine on the train? I'm just having a doze.
Oh, it's funny. In the office, you can't sleep. There you go. You've got a 10-minute cat
goodness
nap.
me.
And then there's
what about
these.
these?
Oh, I
There's
like the look of
goggles.
these.
They're very
Right.
cool, aren't they? They're the Relaxology ISO massagers.
You've got... Oh, right, so these rubbery bits, do they do things to
They
you?
do massage. They vibrate. If you want to pop that on, Coleen, that
There's a lot of
does have
vibrating
batteries
going
in.
on
I
around
thought
here.
I'd trust you with that one.
I can't even get it on my big head. Could you pull it over me? It's not my
hold
hair.
it over
Indeed,
your
let me turn it on
nose.
for you as well.
Oh, turn
there we
it
go.
on.
Don't pull all my
ready?
hair off.
No.
There we go. I've got it. Are you
Oh,
okay?
hello.
And what it does is it's supposed to relieve tension and pressure and headaches around
you
the
imagine?
eyes. Can you massage it?
Not tonight, love.
I don't even think they'd ask looking like that.
And my wrist as well. Wrist and my watch.
You don't need any company.
Yeah, I'm ready for sleep.
I think I'm in the mood for dancing now. My thanks to Jim and Pollyanna and, of course, Linda and Coleen Nolan. Thank you. Still to come on today's show, singing. See you in a couple of minutes if we've not nodded off. Shot to fame over 30 years ago when they put us all in the mood for dancing. Having sold a staggering 25 million records worldwide, they're back before taking to the road on their final tour. In a moment, we'll meet the singing siblings. But first, let's get all nostalgic. Welcome the Nolan sisters, Coleen, Linda and Maureen. I've got so much lip gloss on me now. It's lovely to see you. We can't start without asking where number 4 is. Where's Bernie?
Oh, well, she was taken ill last night. She's got cellulitis, which is a skin infection that came on all of a sudden in the middle of the night, because we were going to come and sing for you one of the songs from our tour, but she's well, she's out of hospital, she's at home, she's watching. Hi, Bernie.
Put your jacket on, Bernie.
She nicked a
I nicked your
jacket.
jacket while she was in hospital.
But
You
she
go
sends
to
her
bed
love
for
and she's
5
fine.
minutes, Bernie, and you've got your jacket off your back. So we wish you well, Bernie. I sent her a text earlier and she texted back. She said she was gutted and sent lots of love. So lots of love to you, Bernie. Bless her. So this is the tour then. Is this like Frank Sinatra, the first of the 15 farewell tours?
No, this is definitely the farewell. It really is. And so please get your tickets. It is the last time we will be performing.
So I know you're starting in Nottingham on the 15th of February and you're finishing in Liverpool on the 14th of March, so it's a month long.
But and we're doing Plymouth and...
Our London gig is Wembley Arena.
Now, this
great.
is a
Excited
first, isn't it,
about that.
Wembley?
Yes, we've never done Wembley. Even when we were having hit records and all of that, and even on the last tour when we did arenas for the first time, we still didn't do Wembley. So to do it on our final tour will be amazing. We're really excited
Is it a
about
bit
Wembley.
scary as well?
Really
Absolutely,
scary.
yeah.
We're scared now, and it's only October. It doesn't start till February. But can I just say as well to anyone out there who is getting tickets to please get them from a reputable ticket company like Ticketmaster or Ticketline, because there's a lot of
Touting
going on, and that's
moment.
nothing to do with us. And you know, if you're being charged over the top, then it's not from the right
Thank
company.
you for the tip. It's good news. The facts are wonderful about you. The fact that you sold more records in Japan than the Beatles, that's a good one. The fact that you toured with Frank Sinatra, that must have been exciting, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
We did his,
Well, we're massive Sinatra fans. We always were. And so it was an absolute dream when we got the tour, European tour.
And he picked you, didn't he?
Yeah, he picked us.
Yeah, Coleen wasn't with us then. That's why he picked us.
Because she's the...
I think you'll find it's because I'm years younger. And I wasn't.
I'm just sitting back while the sisters get on with it now. You know,
It's actually our 50th anniversary in show business next year.
but you're only
And I'm
47.
It's going well for me, this, isn't it? Yeah.
We were well established before she came along.
You just sit quietly. You've
the
made up
youngest.
for it since, haven't you? Really? Right.
No, it's all really, really exciting, you know. And I think we decided to do the farewell tour now because, you know, we did a reunion in 2009, and now while the girls are all very busy, and so, I mean, in fact, they're all doing pantomimes, the girls, but... So now, while we're all still able, we thought it would be great to do a farewell, a goodbye, and we're just doing one venue in each, you know, places that we haven't been
I might do
before.
my own in 3 years and call it my 50th tour.
Get your own back that way.
Yeah.
This long history has crossed, you know, been through so many eras of pop. I have to mention, Coleen, that the unfortunate revelations about Jimmy Savile at the moment, which I think have disappointed and shocked us all. You yourself had experience of working with him. I mean, what were your feelings at the time?
Well, you know, at the time I was 14 and it was just an uncomfortable situation.
What, you found yourself in a situation with him?
Yes, I mean, he was... the girls were doing Top of the Pops and I stood with him while he made the announcement. And it was an uncomfortable situation the way he held me. And then he mentioned about going to a hotel. But that, you know, you didn't talk about those things then. You didn't think anything more about it. I just thought, oh, I don't like that. You know, 14-year-old. And to me, he was 112 then, you know, at 14. And I thought, no, thanks. But now, obviously, compared to what else has come out in these other women, I mean, it's so much more about them. What happened to me was just...
Yeah,
and like you say, what could have been? Who knows what could have been if I'd have been on my own? But luckily, I was the backup of the Witches of Eastwick.
Do you think it is...
He didn't stand a chance.
Not a chance. No, don't fend him off. Do you think it was the fact that girls of your age were just afraid to say no to a man who was so enormous in terms of popularity and fame? Is it as simple as that?
I think it was that, and I also think in the 70s and certainly the early 80s, you didn't talk about it. You know, everything is so much more out in the open now.
But if it had been if you had been my daughter, and this is what struck me all the way through it, a lot of people who seemed to know it went on and turned a blind eye. If it had been their daughter in there with him, surely they would have felt rather differently and would have said something.
It's, you
Maybe
know,
they didn't know their parents.
And don't get us wrong, you know, we think it's absolutely horrendous. But... like Coleen said, their parents probably didn't know, and the kids didn't tell them because, you know, they thought...
And who's going to believe them? You know, that's the thing when you're a child. Who's going to believe me against a man who's so powerful, who's so loved by everybody, you know, for his charity work and all of that? Who's going to believe a young 14 or 15-year-old?
I think people will feel guilty that maybe if they did know and they didn't come forward, but... As I say, you know, it was different then.
It's a double tragedy, really. Tragic that the man everybody thought was, you know, such a great guy, to disappoint everybody, but also the tragedy that it happened to the girls as well.
And tragic that he isn't here, actually, to defend himself either, so...
Well, we finish on a brighter note, and that is that you're going to be doing this tour in February and March, still dancing. Yes. Will the hips and the knees hold out, girls?
Well, you know...
We can get them pinned, it's the faces I'm worried about.
We're not going to stand beside any radiators in case our hips melt.
Right. Very wise, I'm with you. My thanks and best wishes to Coleen, Linda and Maureen Nolan. Thank you. And love to Bernie.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
Now, this year...